my children in the 1980s, most pregnant women in my community of Murray traveled 70 miles on the A96 to give birth in Aberdeen Maternity Hospital, where specialist maternity facilities were available. The uncertainty of the timing, traffic, and weather for this trip was very worrying to the prospective parents. A fortunate minority of women aged under 25 gave birth in their local GP maternity unit, if there were no difficulties on the day. The fact was 60% of Murray women were booked to deliver in Aberdeen, and of the remaining women considered low risk and admitted to their local unit, 30% of those were later transferred in labor to Aberdeen, creating an unreasonable risk to the mother and baby. Health Board policy in 1988 stated that specialist maternity facilities would be centralized in Aberdeen and all Grampian women would go there. Was traveling to Aberdeen with its uncertainty and anxiety a desirable and safe start for a young family? No. Was this what women and families wanted? No. Had the Health Board taken into account people's views on this two-tiered maternity service? No. So what if the Murray community stood up to the Health Board and the Scottish Executive and fought for a specialist maternity service for Murray, a fundamental service that would affect nearly every family in Murray? What would be the chance of success? And where would you start? Picture a few A4 handwritten posters announcing a town hall meeting. Over 500 noisy and angry locals turning up, demanding answers from unmoved officials, and several individuals who pledged in disgust to fight and formed an action committee. The Campaign for Mum, MUM, Maternity Unit for Murray, was born. Roadshows, petitions, letter-writing campaigns, surveys, fun runs, bake sales, sponsored swims, badges, balloons, and stickers quickly followed, and over £7,000 in donations in the first year to support the campaign. Local press and TV support was crucial to the campaign, as was the clinical evidence of actual difficulties incurred with the transfers to Aberdeen. All this activity was driven and coordinated by the Mum Committee. I was one spoke in that wheel, pushing steeply uphill. The spotlight on Mum drew political interest. In 18 months into the campaign, a working party was proposed by the Secretary of State for Health. This working party determined the need for the specialist maternity service and proved the legitimacy of the campaign. Plans were drawn up for a £22 million development of the site at Dr. Gray's in Elgin to include the new specialist maternity unit, as well as other new services to complement existing health care. The new maternity unit was finished in 1995. Before the arrival of the first baby, an open day was held for the community to view the new facilities. This gave me an opportunity to thank people and talk about the reality rather than the vision. For me, there was huge satisfaction in being part of this deeply committed team. It was hard work with a very unlikely outcome, and I believe it gave encouragement to other campaign groups in Murray. Since then, I've continued my work to ensure that people's views are part of health service policy, as chair of the Murray Maternity Service Liaison Committee, and through other public health work in Scotland and in the UK. I would like to see more young people involved in planning public health policies. It's very necessary and hugely rewarding. There is a brass plaque in the unit that says, "This unit was inspired and achieved by the people of Murray. Look for it if you are in Ward 3. My message to you: stick up for what you believe in, for the health service the community deserves. And if someone attempts to put you off by telling you, "Now, my dear, don't rock the boat," it's time to plan your campaign. Sweet dreams are made